everyone, this is Ashley from the Learning Loft Academy, and today we are going to be looking at adverbs. So, adverb, that looks like a little bit of a weird word. You are definitely going to want to have a good understanding of what verbs are, because adverbs are words that modify verbs. That modify verbs. So if you don't know what verbs are, then you're going to want to review our verbs video. You don't have to know what every single type of verb is, because there's linking verbs and helping verbs and modal verbs and other things like that. You don't need to know what those are in order to understand what an adverb is. You just need to know the basic definition of a verb, which is a word that shows action, occurrence, or state of being. Review our verb video if you need more information. So, words that modify verbs. That's it. That's all an adverb is. So let's look at some example sentences. So, if I gave you the sentence, So, we don't have any adverbs here. Oh, I gave you a trick sentence. The shy boy. Shy is modifying boy. Stern is modifying interviewer. And that's it. Where's our verb? Where is our verb? It is approached. We have nothing modifying approached. Nothing. Now, what if we modified this sentence just a little bit and we added cautiously approached? Now we have got an adverb, cautiously. It is describing the verb approached. How did he approach? He approached cautiously. He's nervous, right? So, shy is modifying boy, stern is modifying interviewer, cautiously is modifying approached. Adverbs are often not very far away from the verbs that they're modifying. Just like how adjectives are not very far away from the nouns that they modify. Review our adjective video if you don't know what they are. So, let's look at another sentence. Oh, well, I've tricked you again. Vicious is an adjective modifying dog. Oof, but this time we have an adverb. Quickly. Quickly modifies ran. How did the cat ran? He ran quickly. Alright? He ran quickly. Most adverbs are going to end in ly. Most of the time, but this doesn't mean that you can automatically apply this rule everywhere to every word, because sometimes a word ends in ly but is not an adverb, such as ugly. This is an adjective. It is not an adverb. So remember that, but most of the time if you see a word that ends in ly, it is usually going to be an adverb. Also, adverbs tend to hang around very closely to the verbs that they modify. So, we might have this is a nice looking sentence. I try to give example sentences that are of a little bit of a decent length rather than just 3 or 4 words, because There's nothing scary about long sentences because grammar rules are always going to be the same. They might have exceptions, but they're still going to be the same. Adverbs will always be words that modify verbs. That definition will never change. So, where is our verb? Our verb is swayed. How did it sway? It swayed gently. Gently is modifying swayed. And then we have the cool breeze. What is breeze? It's a noun. So this can't be an adverb, can it? Because this is a noun, and adverbs only modify verbs. So this cool is an adjective. Okay, and I'm including adjectives in these sentences because I want you to get used to the fact that just because you see a descriptive word doesn't mean it's one or the other. That's not the habit you want to develop. You don't want to say, oh, well, since this is describing another word, it must be an adjective or it must be an adverb. You have to look to see if it's modifying a verb or if it's modifying a noun. Okay, now let's just take this off. You might write instead, the tree gently swayed. And there's nothing wrong with that. The tree swayed gently, the tree gently swayed. There's nothing really wrong with either one. So, another thing you need to remember, it can appear behind the verb or in front of the verb. Alright? It can appear before or after. Alright? But an adjective can't. So, we had in the cool breeze. This is just a little note I want to add. In the cool breeze, you can't have in the breeze cool. So that's another way, if you don't know if something is an adverb or not, switch places with the verb. If it still makes sense, that's probably going to be an adverb. If it doesn't, then it's probably going to be an adjective, because an adjective can't come after the noun because it doesn't make sense. In the breeze cool. That does not make sense, right? So that's going to be it for this video, for this introduction to adverbs. If you have any questions about the example sentences I used or just what adverbs are, then ask us a question in the comments and we will get to them as soon as we can. And again, if you are confused about some of the adjectives that I used, then review our adjective video and then maybe look at this one again so that it will make a little bit more sense. But until then, I will see you in the next video.